So hi everyone, I'm Nicola. I'm a UX research student working for Foolproof, and today we're going to talk about invisible interfaces. So CEO of Google predicts that future interfaces will be dominated by zero user interfaces. So what does that really mean? So it kind of means that we try to shift the focus from the devices to the actual experience that you have with, like, for example, like a task that you're doing. And examples for these are biometric sensors, just like heartbeat sensors, for example, gestures. So I know a couple of people have been to the restroom over there, and more than restrooms, they have those little sensors where you just hold up your hand like that, and then the water comes out already. So kind of like just a very smooth interaction with the actual environment that you're having. You don't have to press a button to do that. It's just pulling out your hand and then the water comes out. Haptics, for example, vibration in your phone. And then voice recognition, we know Alexa and Siri. So, for example, if you want to cook something and then you don't want to have your phone all the time, you have messy hands anyway. So you can just have Alexa telling you about the recipe at every step, and you can just talk to her and then actually focus on actually cooking something nice. Now looking at all the designs that surround ourselves all throughout the day, every day, they're actually quite exclusive. And I had the chance a while ago to do a project where I was looking at accessibility needs, and I think we as a design community should also look at these. And I found it quite interesting. So I looked at the needs of visually impaired museum visitors, and had a bit of an exploration phase where I interviewed quite a few people and tried to find out like what are the common challenges here. And things that I came across were that, for example, when they want to go around and want to find out like to what kind of exhibits they want to go, it's really hard for them to know where they are in space, so navigation was a big issue. Another challenge was to actually access the information about the exhibits themselves. So looking at this one here, this is a graphical interface here. We have some buttons down here, and everyone would think this is quite simple. This should be very standardized, just like a phone that everyone has at home as well. But in order to know which button to press, you have to know where you are. So I downloaded this in Barcelona when I was going around the Sagrada Familia, and then I realized, wait a second, so I have this map, and I have these numbers here, but I need to know where I have to go. Like, if I'm visually impaired, there's nothing I can really work with. So the biggest challenge here was that often is having these kind of devices, like the graphical interfaces, we create a sort of learning effort. So before you actually can access the information in your environment and about the task that you're actually doing, you have to understand the device and how it works. So I kind of like stood in front of this challenge thinking, okay, I've been designing stuff before around interfaces, graphical interfaces, and now I have to go completely off them. I have to think about something different, how to address them, how to deliver feedback, and how to help them with their challenges, like navigation, accessing the information. So I look back at the zero-user interface and try to understand it for myself as like an open toolbox. And the different things I looked at were motion sensors to measure where people are in space. Then I had haptics, so I had a wearable to give haptic feedback, and audio feedback when people were wearing a Bluetooth headset while they were going around. And so the main takeaway from here is just for me to kind of like tell you guys what my key learnings were, because that was very new to me actually, doing this kind of design and testing it. So the first thing is around the feedback loop, because I think like you can just quickly show an error message, you can give them confirmation, like a validation to a user, give them a tick mark or like a process bar so that they kind of There's always talking about feedback loops, and it's really hard to create that because, for example, I had the haptics, and I was thinking like, okay, what kind of haptic interaction do I have to create, and how natural can this be actually delivered? Directly related to that, I had to think about, okay, if I can't give that haptic feedback in this sense, it just isn't really understandable for the user, maybe I should think about creating like a different sort of feedback, so actually combining different kinds of feedback. So then, for example, I took the audio and was measuring like where people are in their space, and then depending on where they are, they could trigger different kind of audio fields that I created that help them knowing where they are in space. So it's all around trying to like kind of building puzzle pieces together in order to know which of these things that benefits the most of. And then overall, I was actually testing this design with abled and visually impaired people, because I was really thinking around, okay, we cannot test this all with visually impaired people, maybe they will be happy with this, but I was also talking to stakeholders in museums, and they were saying, well, most of the like inclusive designs that we get to and that we can test and we're happy to see them, we can't afford them because they will just address this really minor fraction of our audience, so we have to look at something that's actually addressing the wider audience. So I was really interested in like having a clear balance between abled and visually impaired people in my testing. And in both of them, I could actually measure like sort of rates of immersion. So they were just, I didn't really have to explain a lot about the things they were wearing and the stuff that was going on. I could just kind of like throw them into the deep end, and then they were going around, and they were really happy with this. I had a really good outcome in the end, and realized that, yeah, through not using any graphical interfaces, you can actually bring people closer to the actual experience.